Want to move on to Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
On the cover of Time magazine. Some people are calling him the most hated man or disliked man in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's become the face of police brutality and this movement. Is that a good thing for Colin Kaepernick? Can he handle that, being the face when people think of police brutality and people think of who's standing against it? Is this good for Colin Kaepernick?
Well, I think the little thing that's scary for me is if he is I don't know, I wouldn't put him as the face. You know, if you think about Colin Kaepernick was a baby when Rodney King got beat by police. There are people that's been on the streets ever since that moment trying to talk and stop police brutality, right? Colin got up one day and said, I'm tired of it, right? That's his stand. People have been tired of this way before when you was a baby, boy. You understand? But if the thing is, if he's the face of it, it sure ain't slowed it down. Because they still killing us.
I saw you have a graphic of all the police killings.
Please show it.
Since Michael Brown?
Yes.
Yeah, since Michael Brown.
I want you to, so JJ, I went home because I'm starting to study when you hear people go out there and say, oh, he said this, he said that. Men and women lie. Numbers and facts don't. I want you to look at this graph. Since the Ferguson event, there's over 2,000 police shootings, murders of all races.
Thank you. That's
of all races.
Of all,
you know, people get mad when you say certain thing about races. Okay, so let's just talk facts. Over 2,000 people have been killed by police. So we keep arguing whatever matters. What we need to be figuring out is how can we put a system in place that monitors policemen?
You know, I've heard you say that, and I want to be clear about these stats. More white people than black have been killed by the police since the Ferguson event. I think that's key to be said. But I say monitoring police, I think, is necessary. But also, I think we have to put ourselves in police shoes. There are more guns in America than any place in the world. And if you're a police officer and you're going into some of these cities where there is more gun death than even in Afghanistan, the police are on edge.
Yeah, but so I'm glad I love working with you, because the thing I don't want to add is I don't want to add what we know as violent areas to innocent men.
Right.
Because that's a big difference.
Right.
Because I got cop friends all day long, who are some of the most genuine people you'll ever meet in your life. You understand? But then what I'm saying, when I say monitor them, I'm not saying we monitor them. I'm saying, honestly, the real solution, Jay, gotta be from top down. Man, it's time for cops to go through a six-month procedure, 12-month procedure. Go through programs. Are you racist? And vet all this stuff out.
And I would agree.
Yeah.
Racism is an issue.
Yeah.
But when I look at that video in Tulsa, I wonder about competency.
Yes.
I wonder, I'm not willing to call the woman racist or the police officer racist. I am willing to say criminally incompetent. This is, to me, the behavior that I saw looks like, so how was this officer allowed on the streets to police anyone if that's all it takes to scare her to the officer to that point?
Which is kind of back to my point, right?
Yeah.
That we deserve it in our country. If these people are gonna be the ones protecting us, then we need to know the product that we're putting on the streets. Because if we're putting somebody that says, oh, this black man is so huge and he's so scary, I'm huge too. Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah. And so guess what? I don't wanna be just huge and because I'm black, you just shoot me, right? And JD, you know the thing that bothers me, because I'm with cops, I'm with people, because they have procedures. If you ever read, man, I found something in the Constitution, the 14th Amendment, that was really interesting. That all people have a right. You have to take them through a systematic thing before you can call any judgment on them. And it bothers me that cops saying, hell with that. I'm taking his life. Really? Because of my skin color. Let me tell you why I will always stand for the black race in this situation. Because when somebody makes up their mind to kill you because of your skin color, that means you're a problem or you're a threat. One of the two. And if I'm either one and you work with me, that's a bigger problem. That's why I'm telling you about the cops, police and cops, man.
Ray, listen, I understand we got to go.
Yeah.
I just want to add, my cousin I helped raise, Anton Butler, 6'3", 240 pounds. We believe he was unjustly killed by the police, tasered in the rain to death. This is a very personal issue for me. I don't talk about it from afar.
Yeah.
That's why I'm about real solutions and not a lot of rhetoric.